So, welcome to another episode of On the Sofa with Sadie. I'm Sadie, this is my sofa, and this is what we do, just chilled, relaxed, just having a chat. So, today I'm going to speak about how do I know what style of photography I like. Again, this is one for all the wedding couples out there that are researching photographers. You may have listened to a few of my other episodes. So photography styles. How do I know which one I like? Well, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about photography styles and how you can kind of connect with what kind of style that you like. So again, as I've said in previous vids, there's so many photographers out there that there's so many different styles for you to choose from, which is absolutely awesome because every photographer has their own unique style. And it's great because you can kind of have a look at them, tap into them, and just kind of figure out which one kind of floats your boat. So, I got a few pics here that I'm going to talk through to you. So, this image here, this is one of my favourite images that I took. This is a wedding actually from about 2016, actually, so it's quite an older image now, but I just flipping love it. Like, it hangs in my office and it just, whenever I look at it, I just feel happy. So this kind of image here, if you can see, I hope it's in focus actually, is more of kind of a photojournalistic documentary style. When I was studying photography, I kind of got very addicted to photojournalism and documentary, and that's a big kind of style that I bring into my work in my business. Reason I do it so is that I love people. That's another one of my passions, and I just love that with documentary photography, with weddings, it marries up just beautifully, just because it's very like fly on the wall, capturing moments that no one knows you're even capturing, and it really kind of holds a sense of truth to the image. Like it's raw and it's true. Like that's what it is and that's what's happening, and you capture it in everything, and I just love it. So why I love this image actually is, I guess, if you really pulled it apart, this is the end of a confetti shot. So obviously normally, like, you're taking pictures of, like the confetti shot, and you take a picture with confetti everywhere. But I love this image because it's so iconically not correct, because it's not during the confetti, but it's at the very end. And why I love it is it just holds so much happiness. Like, I love confetti shots at a wedding because, you've got the wedding couple and they're walking through, and everyone they love is there, just showering them with happiness. And this image here, this kind of like photojournalistic snap, is at the very end of it, and there's so much happiness captured in this image because they've just walked through. Everyone that like is at their wedding that they absolutely love, like everyone's just kind of has this such happy energy, and at the end it's kind of like this realization that we've just got married, we're around everyone we love, and we have each other, and it's just like a moment of bliss. And this is like classic kind of photojournalistic kind of style of photography, and I love it because that style of photography, you really capture that really, really raw emotion, and I just love it. Look how happy they look. I like that. It just makes me happy when I look at it, and I hope when that couple look at it that they still feel happy to this day. Anyway, so that's kind of classic, like photojournalistic, very raw, very kind of off the wall, very kind of just truthful, the moments that you never even knew happened. Oh. So, next one. Let's go with this one. Sweet. I don't know if you can like hear me behind these images. I don't know. I look like a floating head. This image here. This was actually taken when I shot a wedding in New York. Oh, I'll go to the side. Yeah, the side. Yeah, when I was shot a wedding in New York. I kind of can explain this image as kind of more like an artistic, slightly photojournalistic kind of shot. I can say like more arty. This image actually was taken at the very end of our couple shoot together. So we went around, I was so lucky that this couple and their family took me to New York with them to get married. Like, honestly, like, those memories just live in my heart forever. And this is Jamie and Lou, and we went and took loads of pictures, like at like Brooklyn Bridge, like all around like Times Square and stuff. And this really cool, iconic New York looking street. And basically at the end of the couple shoot, they started to walk back, and I was packing my camera stuff up, and I was just packing my bag, and I just kind of looked up at them, and they were just walking like that. And something about it, I just loved it. Like, it was kind of like they just spent all that time with me with their couple shoot together. And that's kind of the only time in like a wedding that you really get to be together with nobody else around. Obviously I'm there, and there was just that moment, like when I look at this image, I just see it's kind of, they're just in this moment in this like real big bustling city. It's just them two. Like, no, everything else is a blur. Like, you can be like New York City, you know, like Times Square, everything is like a mad rush. Like, everyone is everywhere. There's so many people. But in this image, it just portrays this sense of two people that are together as one. So I like to explain this as kind of like more of an artistic shot. Like, there's nothing in the image, in the landscape, that's kind of like crazy iconic where you are. It's just solely about just this here, like this kind of emotion. Like, it's quite artistic. Like, you can't see faces, you can't see like the front, or kind of like, again, like what's going on in the background. It's literally just that. So I kind of, that's more of a kind of like artistic kind of style. I like to say like a bit like a fine art, but not. But yeah, love that image. That's a cracker, that is. Cracker. Alright, next one. Hey Maui. This one here is more kind of like a posed shot. So obviously with photography you can get lots of styles. Again, like I've talked to you about kind of like more like artistic looking stuff, like photojournalistic. I would say this is more like a posed shot. Obviously you can see, this was at Ambert's Subtropical Gardens. I don't think you're allowed to do this now. I don't think I was allowed to do it when I did it, whoops. But there's this big, massive, the fallen tree. And I said to this couple, I was like, hey, got a vision here. How do you fancy just having a little stand on that log? And they were like, sure thing. I was like, cracking. Health and safety first though, please, obviously be careful. So yeah, so I kind of popped them up there, and this is more kind of like a pose shot. So obviously I've got the couple that are in view, and I kind of really wanted to capture the kind of the landscape, kind of all this dramatic, all these different tones of green, everything around that, but also have the couple in there. So it's more like a posed kind of shot, but also with taking the landscape and the environment into it as well. So I would say this isn't like a photojournalistic kind of shot, because it was kind of set up. So yeah, so this is more kind of like a posed imagery. So if you guys are down for that, then kind of like you want to speak to your photographer about kind of what kind of styles you like. And if you like kind of pose stuff like that, let them know. They'll make it happen. So yeah, so that's kind of like a few kind of photography styles. So if you are looking at photography, but you don't kind of know what style that you like, just like have a look at their work and see if like you kind of connect with it and stuff. And yeah, just kind of see what styles float your boat. Your eyes and your vision will let you know what's nice, like, and what is kind of, yeah, that's for me. So yeah, cool. Sweeten up! I don't know why I did that. Losing my marbles.